Hi, I'm Dar Zook, Senior Trainer, and this is video 4 where we'll look at 3 ways to configure extensions on your Yeastar S-Series phone system. So the 3 ways of configuring extensions that we're going to look at is first a single extension on the web interface. Now the second way is bulk extensions, and that's also done with the web interface. The third way we're going to look at is by importing a list of extensions into the system. Now, with the S20 and the S50 phone system, they respectively have a maximum number of extensions of 20 and 50. Now, with the S100 and S300, they can have a maximum extension of 200 and 500. Now, the length of your extension numbers is very important because once you've set it, it stays with you for however long your company is around. And so even though the S-Series does come default with a 4-digit extension, I recommend that if you're using the T20 and the T50, that you use a 3-digit extension and then a 4-digit extension for the S100 and the S300. So let's jump in and see how you can add these extensions. So to create a single extension on the Yeastar phone system, we want to click on Settings and then Extensions, and you can see currently I have no extensions listed. So we're going to click the Add button to add an extension, and then by default the default range for extensions is 1000 to 5999 on the Yeastar phone systems. Now, if you did want to go to a 3-digit extension, you need to change that first. We're going to leave it with 4 digits. You can see the type of extensions here are SIP, IAX, and FXS. Now, SIP you're going to be using 90% of the time. That's for soft phones and practically any VoIP desk phone on the market today. AIX is an older standard, and FXS is the analog ports that you can plug into your S-Series phone system with modules or use a Yeastar Series TA FXS gateway, which allows you to place a lot more FXS ports on your phone system. So the extension number, of course, 1000. Caller ID is 1000. What it's going to show. Registration name is 1000. And the registration password. Now, this is incredibly important. The highest attack vector for VoIP phone systems is the registration password in attempting to connect extensions. Now, this needs to be unique, so different for every extension. It needs to be complex and long. The ones that get generated by Yeastar are good. Best to just leave those. Now, the concurrent registrations, it says 1 here. The Yeastar phone system supports up to 5 physical devices per extension, so you can increase this number up to 5. Now, our name, this is what you use to log into the web interface. I'm going to leave it at 1000, and then the user password is what the user will use to log into the web interface. Email is very important because that is where voicemails will be sent for voicemail to email, and then any other alerts that go out to the user. And then the mobile number really makes it easy to set up call forwarding and to route your calls in the future. So we recommend that. The features tab, this is all very standard. In most cases, you will not have to make any changes here. So then we have the advanced TAN and the call permissions. So that's as easy as it is to create a manual single extension on the Yeastar phone system. So we're going to have a look at how to create bulk extensions on the Yeastar S-Series phone system. And what you need to do is click on the Settings button and then Extensions and then the Bulk Add button. Now, it allows you to create, of course, the SIP. We're going to create 6 extensions with random passwords. That's really important. And then with your user passwords, this can be a lot simpler because it's less of a risk, but the user should change their passwords afterwards. It allows you to create the same parameters for every extension in here. So when you go in, you create the extensions, and then you can modify each extension to make it different in terms of these other settings. So we're going to go in and click Save. And that's as easy as it is to create extensions on the Yeastar S-Series phone system. The third way to create extensions on the Yeastar phone system is by importing them. And the way we do that is by clicking on Settings and going into Extensions. Now you want to have a single extension to start off with. And the reason you want to do that is so that you can export a template. So we're going to go in here, create an extension, and it's going to be called extension.csv. So that's a CSV file. Now if we open this up, by default, if you do have Excel on your computer, it'll open up in Excel, but CSV files can be added in different ways as well. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to select this particular row here, and I'm going to copy it, and then I'm just going to paste it in here. Now, we can paste it by right-clicking, or I can simply go in here and press Control-V for this as well. Now what you can see here is that your username is the same, but we want to have 0001, and then what we can do is simply drag that down to get the additional numbers. So now we have 1000 through 1008. Now I'm going to simply copy that and put it as all these other rows here. And make sure everything else is complete. Now the one thing you have to be very careful of here is that you want to make sure all of your passwords are different for your registration passwords, because as I mentioned before, this is the highest vector for attacking your phone system. If they have learned one password, they can learn it all. So we want to make sure that these are different for each one. There's a couple ways of doing that. I'm going to grab a formula here and paste it in and show you how that's done. And that random formula is here. Now this is going to generate random passwords for you. And so we're going to go in, and I'm going to copy this, and we're going to go to the second cell, and then we're going to paste that in. And what you'll see is here we've got a random password now that's made up of letters and numbers, and then we can just go in here and put this in for every cell. And each time I paste it, it's going to be a different set of letters and numbers. So that's a fairly strong password. It'd be stronger if we put symbols in and made it a little bit longer, and that's something that I would both recommend that you do and that you investigate. Okay, so we're going to go File, and we're going to go Save As, and we're going to save this in the Yeastar folder I have here, and we'll do this. Okay, so now we'll close this and have a look at that extension, that file, but this time we're going to have a look at in Notepad. And so what you can see, this is what it is, and this is what the Yeastar system is going to read and add our extensions as. So let's go Import, and we're going to select that file. And now we're going to import it. And you can see here that we've now created all the extensions, and if we go in and have a look at extension 101, for instance, you can see that it does have the random password that we created. So this is the best and easiest way to create a number of extensions, because you can place everyone's name in the spreadsheet, their email addresses, their mobile phone numbers in the spreadsheet, confirm that it is correct, and then import them all at once. It's the quickest and easiest way to do it. So this was video 4, where we had a look at how to configure extensions on your Yeastar phone system. Our next video, video 5, is how to configure the phone lines on your phone system. So those are VoIP or GSM, T1, E1, analog, and other types of phone lines. Find us on the web, and looking forward to seeing you again. Bye for now.